Hey, Aloha remote marketing agency owners. Tom Gaddis here with my business partner and Washingtonian. Is that a term? Washingtonian?
Yeah, I heard people talking about that last night, and they don't really self-identify as Washingtonians here, or at least the ones that I spoke with. I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, when I lived in Michigan, there were Michiganders. So they had Michiganders, and so Washingtonians. I don't know. Anyway, we're here on the live show. We have lots of stuff going on. Outside of business, it's college football kickoff weekend.
Oh, that's why you're wearing that shirt.
That's right, baby. First game is tomorrow. You know, it's so funny. I just did a remote intro call with Garrett and Heather the other day. And when the camera came on, Garrett was wearing an OU hat. And I was like, you're my new favorite guy in the program. But it was total coincidence. He had no idea I was from Oklahoma or that I loved OU. But anyway, that's beside the point. There are no favorites in RM. We love everybody there. But we do have a busy show because today we're going to be talking about consistency, which just happens to coincide today, which is our 3-year anniversary of doing these live shows pretty much every Friday. Like, I can count on one hand how many we've missed, right? Like, so we do these every Friday. We've been doing them every Friday for 3 years. We also have our Shark Bites little newsletter thing that goes out every week that is also at its 3-year mark. It actually turned 3 a little sooner, but we sort of waited so we could do them all together. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about consistency. We're going to talk about those things. We're also going to show you how we apply that to our agency, what we do in there. We also had a huge milestone in the group this week, which we will be revealing with a special video a little later. And next week, we have a new product coming out, and we're going to reveal that to you too. So this show is going to be packed with surprises, revelations, fun. Revelations. Yep. We forgot to give away some Cash App money last week, so we're going to do that this week too. We're going to talk local marketing. We're going to take your questions. But before we do all that, we need to play the intro. So grab a cool drink, sit back. We'll see you back here in one momento.
It's now time, the moment you've been waiting for. Get ready for the fastest 60 minutes of marketing strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. After 167 agonizing hours, they've finally returned. From the sun-soaked Sin City and the sandy shores of Maui, Hawaii, now back for a brand new Aloha Marketing Jam session. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks and Remote Millionaires, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
Well, fired up. Wrong one.
I think you screamed so loud that your mic canceled out any audio. Like, I didn't even hear you scream. You were like, ah!
I didn't scream.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You guys are lucky that I didn't play the OU fight song Boomer Sooner. I could have played that at the beginning of this episode. Hey, so Nick, I heard a song on the radio the other day, and I was thinking it might possibly be, we could take a clip from it to make it our money song.
A new money song.
A new money song. But
are you laughing in the background?
Huh?
Are you laughing in the background?
No, I'm not laughing in the background. But here's the thing. If we make this the new money song, when we roll it out, I'm going to need you to wear this outfit from the video.
Young gravy.
Can you wear that outfit? Can we get you a mink coat?
I already have that outfit.
Like, is that what you're wearing out tonight?
I'm wearing an outfit right now. That's what I normally wear.
This is toned down, Nick.
Yeah, this is for all of you. This right here, this is for all of you. Actually, this right here is dude, I woke up this morning at 2:30 a.m. and went surfing.
Well, you know what's so funny? I saw you made a comment in Slack at like 5 in the morning, and I noticed like you haven't really been getting up early lately, have you?
I mean, not before 7.
Yeah. So like when I saw your comment at 5, I was like, Oh,
Yeah.
like somebody was up and around.
And
How was it surfing in the water there? Cold?
freezing. So it's funny because like all my friends here, they want to go surf, and I'm like, guys,
You're like, that's what I got away from.
yeah, I'm gonna wait till I go back home. I can wait. It's freaking cold here, and but then I'm like, I'm trying to make friends, trying to meet new people. I'm trying to say yes to more things. The drive alone is like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I got to come back and do the live show. My friend invited me. I'm like, can you get me back by 11:30? He's like, yeah, man, we'll rally. I'll get you back out there. So we had to leave at like, I woke up at 3. We went at like 3:30, and we surfed for 2 hours. You have to wear a full wetsuit. These guys are wearing like hoodies, full body, little shoes. I don't have the shoes. I had to borrow a wetsuit, so my feet about froze off halfway through this. So anyway, it was a lot of fun though. I mean, surprisingly enough, it's the second time I've done it here. I was very surprised. I had a lot of fun. Totally different experience. I almost like fell in love with surfing again.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, so my next question is, have you heard Young Gravy's Get Money? Have you heard that song?
No.
You should listen to it.
I'm not hanging out with all my friends. They're not that cool.
What do you guys think out there? Have any of you heard Get Money? If we take a clip of that, would that be a good new Money song? Do you like the old Money song? I don't know. Been thinking about changing it up. That was just one option. So,
Patty, James, Jacqueline, have you heard of Young Gravy?
Yeah, I heard it the other day. I was like, what?
Bill says never heard of her.
Yeah. Welcome, Dorn. I'm going to go through here. I see Bill Stanley. Welcome, Bill. I see a lot of the usual suspects. Richard Cronin, Michael, Doug Page, Marvin, Paul, Elaine, Jacqueline. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Awesome. Well, you picked a good live show to show up to because we're actually celebrating 3 years on the live show today. And we hit a huge milestone in the group this week, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. But there are a couple of things that we should do first. So first, hold on, let me get to the show notes here. You guys know that we have show notes? That's one thing. By the way, when we're talking about consistency in doing stuff, one thing that happens when you consistently do something is you try to figure out ways to make it easier and make the process smoother and make it not as much work every time you go to do it. So one of the things that we did for this live show when we first, we kind of flew by the seat of our pants for a while, but then we started making show notes. So there's like a set format, like we developed a template. This is exactly what we do in the agency with our marketing too, right? We find a foot in the door strategy that we can use to easily start a conversation about. We develop a template of how we're going to outreach and what we're going to do, messages, all that stuff. And then we implement. Now, a lot of times it just starts with Nick and I saying like, oh, we think this would make a good service to offer. And so we just go around and try to sell it however the heck we can. Like there's no process, there's no template. It's just like, let's just see if we can get a client using this. Can we get another client using it? Like we do whatever it takes to try to validate the idea. If we can get a client, right, by whatever means it takes, one or two, then we're like, oh, I think we're onto something. So then we start consistently doing it. We want to do this consistently. So that means creating some processes, some steps. So I know that a lot of people love to say, and I've said this a lot of times, money loves speed. But I was thinking about it this morning, and I think something money loves even more is consistency. Because when you consistently do something, I don't know, to me, it just feels like money kind of knows where to go, right? It doesn't always take the first, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to build up the momentum. So
I can't believe we've been doing this live stream for 3 years, man.
I know, it's crazy, right? Well, you know what hit me again? So we were in that meeting yesterday with somebody from our team, and you said something that was like, and I was like, oh yeah, we have been doing that. You were like, we've been working on this for 2 years. And I was like, oh yeah, we have been working on it for 2 years.
Longer than that. Yeah.
And we just recently started having success with the thing that you were talking about. 2 years we've been just keeping at it, going
grinding,
at it, hitting roadblock after roadblock, hitting something that how many times did we hit something that seemed like it was going to be impossible to get over? Like there was going to be no way to recover from that thing. And then it was like, oh, we just kept going. We just kept going. And I started thinking, I was like, man, we do that with everything. Like we do that with everything.
Yeah. I mean, damn near everything. I think we've actually been working on that for longer than 2 years, and we just hit a few roadblocks early on, had to shelf it for a while because there were other priorities that we had to hit. I mean, let's just talk about what it is actually. Facebook ads. Has anybody been seeing our Facebook ads by any chance? I'm sure a lot of you have, because they're working really, really well. But it took a long time to get there. I can't tell you how many roadblocks and obstacles and things we faced. Hear me out though. Running ads for our agency is entirely different than running ads for offline sharks and remote millionaires. If you're trying to run ads for the info product space or the education space for an agency, it's arguably one of the most difficult spaces to run ads because of the competition. There's so many people out there who are great at running ads. And because they're so good at running ads, it is increasingly difficult to throw your hat in the ring and actually be a contender. But because we consistently got after it for over 2 years, I mean, let's be real, over 2 years, $50,000 plus. I mean, in education and tools and things to try to make it happen, and failures.
A lot of things that didn't work out, right?
Lots of failures.
Lots of things that didn't work out.
Still, we pressed on, and I think, and I say this, I've said it many times, that most people would have given up. Actually, in fact, I know a lot of people that have given up, and a lot of people that that are in our space, like people that you all know, that don't even run ads, that don't even bother. They won't even think about running ads because of how difficult it is. I mean, you're literally standing at the bottom of a giant mountain if you're planning on running ads in the information space.
Totally different, by the way, for clients and local businesses. We run those ads all the time, and it's easy.
That's easy. In Remote Millionaires, we just give everybody our templates and our ads, and we just show them how to do it, and it's done. Yay. Yeah,
super easy. Not
nearly the same beast.
Well, I don't know if you remember this, but you remember like there was some when we were working on it for one time, and I turned to you and I was like, is there something wrong with us? Like, are we the only two people that can't figure out how to do Facebook ads? Just like, we were so frustrated. Anyway, hey, we say all that about consistency, and we'll talk more about agency. We'll let you ask some questions, but I want to show you guys this right now to celebrate our 3-year anniversary. This isn't in there. Hold on. Please hold.
Elaine says, Frank Kern taking all the impressions. He does take a fair amount of impressions, that's for sure. But you know what? He's got some new sharks that are on his radar for sure. We've I think we're in the millions now since we've been doing what we've been doing. So it's pretty impressive. Not very often do Tom and I ever pull back from going full steam ahead and say, hey, what we just did is pretty awesome. Like, we've hit some freaking insane milestones together in the work that we've done, but like, we have never bought matching Lamborghinis. We have never, we've never done any of that crap. Like, nothing. Like, we barely like, holy shit, we just did that. And we're like, yeah.
And it's like, almost always just been like, hey man, good job. All right. So anyway, what we're working on now is da 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 da.
All right. Thank God. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah. So you'll see a link on your screen, offlinesharks.com/anniversary. Here's the deal. We made this post in our Facebook group. That URL will take you to it. I'm going to share it on my screen. Here's the post. And we're going to be giving away some prizes to celebrate our anniversary. So all you have to do is go to this post, offlinesharks.com/anniversary. Right? Comment below with hashtag SharksBiteAnniversary and the most important lesson you've learned or a nugget that you've pulled out of Shark Bites. And we're going to be giving away, it can really be from anything in our community, an email, a blog, whatever, a live show, whatever. We're going to do some drawings, and we're going to give away 3 of our super popular, and up until now, the only way to get one of these was to be member of the week. We're going to give away 3 of our Shark swag boxes. We're going to send 4 people $25 in Cash App money. And 3 winners are going to get full access to our brand new course that is launching next Friday that we're going to reveal to you right on this live show. So a lot of great prizes. So all you have to do is go to this post. You'll see it here, Shark Bites 3 years anniversary, and pop it in there. And we get to see some people have already, I love that. Some people have already made some comments. So awesome job, everybody. Awesome job.
I mean, they know that, like, you know, sometimes if you get to the post first and you make a comment like right away, then you're kind of like at the top of the list. And, you know, there may be some strategy there. Like if you actually get there before everybody else, you're at the top of the list. The person picking the names doesn't have to scroll. You're at the top.
You're not implying that somebody would just pick the first few names just because they're in a hurry, huh?
Well, I'm not implying that you should go there right now and leave a comment. Hurry up. You better get there ASAP. That's more what I'm implying.
Yeah. So look, Doug Page said, let's look at some of the comments that are on here. James R said, the biggest thing he got is prospect every day. Getting your foot in the door with a low cost offer. That's a good one. Javier said, stay consistent. What's that? Yeah. Well, Javier said, stay consistent with your RPAs. That's a good one. Somebody said, I think the most valuable advice was no matter what you learn or how much you learn, if you don't take action, it's worthless. Any action is better than no action.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people in this group have a lot of strategy sitting on their computer. Who here, put a 1 in the chat if you feel like you have a lot of strategy and tactics sitting on your computer right now. Like, you have lots of ways you could probably go out there and get more customers. If you feel pretty confident in that, you know, put a 1. And the reason I ask that is because that's not the problem, right? Like, that's clearly not the problem. A lot of us have really, really good stuff just sitting on our computer. There's no shortage of that stuff. You know, really what it is the consistency, like what we're talking about today. You know, the consistency in getting out there and using those things. You know, so being members here in this group, in this community, you have access to information that it works. You know, you see a lot of people that are the action takers in this group, and you see them posting regular wins and success that they're having. And it's because their consistency is not just buying products. You know, and make no mistake, I'm not saying that, like, for example, we do have a product coming up. It's about a specific skill. We are huge in building and growing your skill set. There's nothing wrong with that. But you shouldn't be buying things for the sake of buying things. You know, if you see something that's like, wow, I really want to learn how to run this type of advertising, this would help me to do that. That makes sense to me. But if you're just buying stuff just to, you know, buy stuff, that's a little different. You know, so it's not a question of, is there a secret magic bullet somewhere out there that's going to finally unlock the client getting mechanism in my business? It's, I already have all that stuff on my computer, or I have several good strategies. What is the missing link? The missing link is making contact in some way. And I feel like we talk about this like basically every single live, Tom.
We consistently talk about it.
We consistently
just back into the show.
But it's for good reason. You know, I was just looking at the Square account for the agency because sometimes I forget. I'm like, how is the agency doing? What is our actual revenue that we're making right now? You know, I haven't really been looking in there. I haven't really been myself going out and getting clients, but people on our team are going out and getting clients. And I had a look and I was like, oh, over the last 30 days, we've collected $53,000. We're still hovering at, you know, we have a little churn. We have some people leaving. We have some people coming, but we're getting at least 2 to 3 good clients a month. Now, yeah, you know, I wish I were here to tell you we're getting 10 to 20 new clients a month, but that's not the case in a real actual marketing agency that's, you know, small boutique style agency that's run the way that we run it. You will find internet marketers out there saying they get 10 to 20 guaranteed appointments on your calendar and closed in your agency today if you join this program. Nobody's doing that shit. That's all nonsense. Don't believe it. That's not what it really looks like.
Yeah.
2 to 3 good clients a month is a solid number, and you should aim for that.
Yeah, it is a very solid number. Well, and you were talking about all the information's there. I don't know if you saw that post that Desiree, is it Desiree? Is that how you say her name? Desiree? That she made in the group about she hasn't bought a single one of our programs. She was like, I'm sorry, I haven't bought any of your programs, but I've increased my income and I'm doing this now every month just from the information I got in the Facebook group and the free stuff. So the issue is not the information. It's, you got to take action and put it into practice. So
that's amazing. Good for you, Desiree. I mean, and think about now that you have some experience and you continue to refine and grow your skill set, when you start to add some of those more advanced level things to what you're doing, what is that going to unlock? I think a lot of people try to put the cart before the horse and they go for the advanced stuff first because it's sexy, it's cool, it's fun. You think you're going to get, this secret thing that's out there that nobody knows about, but the basics are where you start.
You know why I just botched up Desiree's name? Because I'm looking at the shout outs and we misspelled it in the shout outs. That's why I was like, I thought her name was Desiree. So Desiree, in a minute, we're going to do a shout out. You're in it. Sorry for the misspelling. I'll get the team to fix that.
We're still friends. Still friends, right, Desiree?
We're still friends, I hope. I hope. Awesome.
Let's talk about some of those shout outs then.
Yeah. Let's do some. So I'm going to take this link off the screen because we have some other stuff we're going to show here in a minute. And before we get in, you know what? Before we get into, when do you want to do our milestone? Should we do that after or before? What do you think?
We can do it before. Let's do it right now.
Okay, let's do it right now. Okay, so we're getting ready to go through the shout outs this week, but the shout outs let's do the shout outs first. That'll make sense. It
Okay.
makes more sense to do them first.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you take off one shoe real quick?
Yeah. I don't even you have shoes on. I don't even have shoes on right now. Okay, we're gonna do our shout outs. So our first shout out goes to JT. JT closed a retargeting deal, $1,326. He closed a deal on reputation management, $250 setup, $199 a month. Congratulations, JT. Desiree, you can see in the image they spelled it. Look how they added an extra S.
It says desires.
Yeah, I was like, is it Desiree's? Anyway, Desiree, we got it right at the top. Desiree closed a client on marketing and sales strategy, $1,500. Sent a potential client a $50 Starbucks gift card, then later closed her for Facebook ad account setup and advertising strategy. $1,500, 3-month agreement with advertising package on the table. And then Norm closed a new SEO deal, $1,248.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Congrats, Norm. Congrats to you. I'm curious about the Starbucks gift card. What's the strategy there, Desiree?
It's smart. I can tell you. I already think, well, that's super smart.
I like it. I think I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, is it just, trying to put some goodwill out there, or what were you thinking? What happened with that? Or do you just like, coffee?
You can put in the comments. We want to know. While you're doing that, our next round of shout outs. Lauren closed a deal for a $500 website upgrade and $300 for a one-page website. EG closed a deal, $1,000 times 6 recurring for tutor company SEO.
Damn.
Tutor company, that's a good niche. And Liz McKenna, who is a new Remote Millionaires member, and I had an intro call with her. Liz is an action taker. It's awesome. She closed a nonprofit to manage their Google Ads grant, $750 a month. She closed a deal with a coach to curate her offer, sales page, and setup funnel, $1,500 a month for 3 months.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
It's interesting that she closed a coach for a client because I was just at Perry Belcher's. He does those weirdest events, and this was the last one. I've been to all of them because they were here in Vegas. And this last one, you would not believe, there were a lot of 7-figure and plus agency owners there, and they all target coaches. And so if you have an agency and you know how to do things, don't rule that market out, I guess that's what I'm saying. So awesome.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Awesome wins. Oh, awesome wins here. Our next round of shout outs goes to Bobby. He's also a new RM member. Logo design deal, $199 plus trial offer Google Ads for an auto electric repair guy. Marvin, a current client, decided to give display ad retargeting a chance, $3.99 a month. Marcus Thomas sold a custom digital business card, $6.99. Awesome. Fantastic.
Nice
Our next shout out goes to Yell. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Yell. He's also an RM member. He said Yell when I was on his intro call. Yella? Okay. You do it Yella?
Yep.
Yella. Nick does call me the butcher of names. So,
Yella is a cool name.
Closed a client on a one-time 2,500 euros. That's $2,510 plus 10% commission and sales retainer. Bruce Mayo sold a home services website. I wonder where he got that. At a discounted rate of $1,500. 2 referrals that will be providing $750 each for a roofing company. And then Clint closed another press release package, 6-month commitment, $529 a month, a new website build, $3,080. Look at those remote millionaires kicking butt and taking names.
All 4 people from Remote Millionaires, Liz included, with these 3 gentlemen here, they eat 5.
5, yeah.
One thing that all of them consistently do is ask questions. Our Slack support channel in Remote Millionaires is it is an incredible way to get mentorship and support. So for those of you that don't know, in Remote Millionaires, the ways that we support people is, one of them is that everybody in RM gets their own private Slack channel with Tom, myself, their own personal concierge, and then any of our subject matter experts that are in Remote Millionaires right now doing any training. So, it could be on sales and prospecting, hiring, team building. And so we have this private channel individually with every single member. And anytime they ask a question going over, any of the information that we have there, they get a response within the same day. So imagine what it'd be like to have Tom and I just giving you your most important next step in your business. I'm struggling to do this. This is my bottleneck. I have a question here. Well, here's what you do. We just give you the playbook.
What's interesting about that is I know 2 of the wins that were posted by the RM members. I know Clint and Liz. I know that we gave them specific information about these specific deals before they were closed. This is what we do. Here's how we would handle that. Here's what we do there. So
Yella as well.
That access. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all of them. I mean, that's why I said that, is that the thing that I see that they do is that they use those support channels. They ask questions. They say, hey, I have this. I can specifically quote several of these people here. I have Liz, for example. She was asking about this client that she had that was a prospect, but how to stack her offer so that she could sell it for her. And that's what we discussed, how to stack the offer. And I thought more importantly, it's the communication, because that person that she sold, without giving too many of her, details away, had huge expectations on what she was looking for. And I've seen that many, many times where clients come in, they have unrealistic expectations. You take $1,500 from them just because you're excited about the money. And now you're on the hook. You have this situation that you have no chance in making somebody happy, or you have no chance in succeeding in, because the bar is set way too high. So it's important to be able to spot that stuff out, set a reasonable, realistic expectation, and then, then you're not setting yourself up for failure. So that's what we did with Liz, or at least discussed doing, making sure that she did. And so, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. All right, our next round of shout outs goes to Randy. Randy got a proposal to move a website from Shopify to WooCommerce, amount to be agreed upon. Richard, another RM member, Loom Video Outreach secured a win.
First one, by the way. First one.
First one he sent out, $280 hosting plus audit 100 a year. Bill closed a project management contract, $9,600. Awesome.
That was this morning, right? The $9,600. I saw that come in. Crazy.
And Mr. Nick Ponte, 5 clients. Rebill hit the agency account yesterday for services including SEO, social media management, Google Ads, the remaining payment for a website, all totaling $14,020 while you were out surfing this morning.
No,
you're out surfing. While Nick was out surfing, Hopefully nobody from the agency team watches this live show, right? They'll be
We
like,
have
hey.
a couple people in our Facebook group that are clients of the agency, and sometimes, I get this. Does anybody else get this question, or a bit of feedback, or maybe some friction? Some people give me a little bit of flack when they figure out that I outsource. Does anybody ever? They're like, I was in your Facebook group and I saw that you're outsourcing everything that we're doing for you, and I'm like, so, like,
yeah,
what's the problem? Are you happy with what we're doing for you? Like,
well,
yeah, I'm
but
like,
you know,
what are you crying about? Like,
you set up the strategies, though. Like, you set up the strategies. So
yeah, I mean, everybody outsources, right?
When
like,
you take your car to the mechanic working on your car is typically not the owner of the shop, right?
Exactly.
They're all certified and vetted and tested and all that stuff.
That's a great example, right? Like, you have other experts coming in. I mean, we're all business owners. We're all providing a service. At the end of the day, the main thing that matters is if you are able to provide the service that person wants or that business needs. And if you can do it exceptionally well and figure out how to do it for, margins that allow you to profit, to me, that makes you a smart business owner. That does not give somebody else the reason to be upset with what you're doing. I'm like, so are you upset that, I'm smart or I'm good at running the business? Is that what we're talking about here?
They're probably upset that you're smart. That's probably it.
I didn't mean it like that, but I meant like,
no, but that does happen, right? Like, I want a business like that. Yeah.
People want to be remote for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So for those of you that have been keeping track, for 2022, just this year, just off of these little wins that we talk about every week, people in our community have closed $1,039,254 in total revenue. Yes, that is so. We got to give ourselves a round of applause for this. Hold on.
Damn.
I mean, look at that. Almost $65,000 just last week. That puts our total over $1 million. $1 million, Nick. That's awesome. $1 million. Amazing. And to celebrate, Shushan from our team put a little special video together that I'm going to play for you guys. So let me hide this current comment. Let me find this. And a little in celebration. Here we go. Okay, so one more thing. We need to do some shark shout outs. So we're going to do some shark shout outs to our community. Okay, so our shark shout outs. Every week we love to celebrate the people in our community and the success they're having.
We have had some heat going on in this Facebook group.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking don't matter.
A whole school of sharks that closed deals this past week. Devindra, Jocelyn, Cody Weaver, Mr. Marvin Drobes, JT, Randy Bett, our friend Bruce, Antonio Castillo, Norm Thomas, Marlene, and Bill Stanley. Our friend from across the pond, Jacqueline Heath, On Willis, John Weber, Corey Peebler, our Megalodon and our member Dorn Brenton, Oliver Laka, closed a shark, Michael Howard, Jen Hobbs, John Smiley, Scott Meisner, Demir, Jeremy Blankenship, Kristen Bedard, Gianna Luca, Frank Falcone. For those of you keeping track, that brings our grand total to
Hell yeah.
That is awesome, right? A monumental mark. Like we set out we thought it was going to take us all year to hit that. Here it is, the beginning of September. We've still got September, October, what is that? 4 months. Like unbelievable. Congratulations to everybody out there taking action, kicking butt and taking names.
Damn.
Great, huh?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know another Facebook group out there in the local marketing community where people are having that much success and having that many wins. I haven't seen it.
It does not exist.
So congrats to everybody, like everybody that, took a couple minutes out of their day to, share in what they were doing. A lot of people just ask questions in this group, but a lot of people see your wins. Those people that ask questions that don't have any wins yet, they see your wins and they're inspired. So if you've ever gotten inspired out of this group, maybe drop a thank you in the chat. You know, Tom and I and the rest of our team, we do thank all of you as being awesome members of this community. It wouldn't be what it is without all of you. So thanks for inspiring.
Exactly. And real quick, before we move on to the next thing, we're going to go ahead and do our member of the week. So our member of the week, again, gets this nice Shark Swag Box treasure chest. No one knows what's in it but the recipients. We're going to send it right to you. And our member of the week this week is Liz McKenna. Liz, and congratulations on the new wins. Some shark. Oh, I almost revealed the Cash App questions, Nick. Ooh. Liz, congratulations. We got that coming your way. And thank you for being a good steward of our community, sharing your wins, helping people out. And that's what makes you this week's. All right. Man, time is just flying by.
Well deserved, you know. I'm so stoked that Liz won the treasure chest.
Yeah.
She's going to love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's really interesting. I mentioned Perry's event. So every weirdest event that he's had has had a different theme. Like there's been 3. So the first one was the various business models that he's had the most success with. The second one was like they did a couple of different expert things. They had somebody in there about building a 7-figure agency, somebody about building software, things like that. Like Kevin Nations was there, Amanda Dobson, Chad Nicely. They were doing like presentations with them. And then this last one was about traffic. And there were a ton of great people there. How many people have seen a YouTube ad that starts out with YouTube ads beat Facebook ads every time? Anybody on this live stream seen that YouTube ad?
He's probably, I mean, how many, does he have a stat for how many people have seen those ads?
Oh no, but his Omni retargeting strategy is something that we need to be doing.
So did you go get some juicy nuggets and
that guy? You guys see that guy? Yeah, I did. So that's Ulrich, and he's the guy behind that. So he does YouTube ads and Facebook ads for various businesses. Their goal, their new revenue goal is 30 million, just to give you an idea of what he's doing. Like, it's huge. He's got an office, 50 people in Austin, Texas. He was a super down-to-earth guy, but he did a presentation. It was great. They had people in doing, talking about Instagram, and a really great presentation from Kate. Oh, what is her last name? Do you know what I'm talking about? The blonde lady. Why can't I think of her name?
No.
Anyway, She did a great presentation on Pinterest and like the hidden gold that's in Pinterest. It was really awesome. I forget what her last name is. Anyway, just tons of stuff. And some people talking about what our upcoming course is about. This is why I bring all this up. And what was really interesting was one of the guys was this guy, Kasim, and he was really funny. But he was talking about the topic that we're putting a new product out with next week. And it was really interesting to hear him up there because so much of what he was saying was in line with what we've been experiencing, seeing, and doing in the agency, and the reason why we're putting this course out. So it was like a good affirmation to me to be like, oh yeah, see, these people want. But to tell you that Kasim, he said, so he was part of War Room, Nick, and they do this thing at War Room, which I think is really fun. At the end of every War Room event, they have a thing that they call Wicked Smart. And everybody votes on who shared the smartest thing that they heard out of the entire event. And Kasim has won it for the past 3 years. You want to know a couple things he won it with? So one thing he won it with was Slack notifications. So what he did was he bought a list of a niche that he wanted to target. And I can't remember what he said it was. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. But he took their emails and he added all of them to his Slack and sent them Slack notifications, which was like a 100% inbox because it showed up in their, like they weren't in the promo tab. It showed up in their thing. And then he's like, and then they joined the Slack channel. He's like, but when they joined the Slack channel, they were mad. So he was like, he said they'd put this package together so that whenever they join the Slack channel, they come in and they're mad. Like, why are you sending me a Slack invite? Who is this? But they just gave them a whole bunch of value. Like some of those worth a couple grand. He built an entire Slack community up off of that strategy, got clients out of it for his agency, and then sold the Slack community to somebody else. I was like, ooh, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Yeah. The other thing he did, which I thought you would like, is he went and found terms like what's one that we could do? Oh, like, so we have our directory site, right? So you look for somebody that does a video like best directory sites in 2022 or best directory methods in 2022.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. And then you make an ad, you see how long their video is, and then you record a video ad that's the same length. And then you run your ad to that specific video as an overlay. So when somebody comes to that video, it just starts playing your ad and it never ends because it's the entire length of the video. So it looks like you were the video that was at the top of the search results.
Yeah. I mean, most people would notice it's not an ad, but a lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, and he said he starts with the first thing he says is like, and the best direct, like you say the title of the video in your thing too. So it just seems like, yeah, anyway, I thought that was
pretty cool. That's a good way to like, almost like a launch jacking strategy, you know, or like a way to leech traffic. Man, I hate those people that leech traffic, you know, that are like trying to rank for your, like if you Google my name or your name, it's insane. Have you ever tried to Google yourself?
Yes.
It's insane. It's crazy. Yeah. But they're trying to like, you know, they're trying to rank for your name or your brand or a product. And then, you know, especially because we do a lot of affiliate stuff, there are people that are trying to promote our own stuff for our own keywords to get a commission. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I'm trying to see, Rachel, I'm trying to see if I can find this lady's name that was here. Tommy Traffic was there. Alric was there. Kasim. Amber Spears, I got to meet her. That was really great. I got to, you know, it's really funny because when I go to these events, I never really know what to expect. And there were a couple of great things that happened. Number one, at the cocktail mixer the first night, I was there with my wife and I was walking around and this guy that I didn't know came up to me and was like, "You're Tom Gaddis." And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "I'm in your offline sharks. I've bought several of your products and I made over 10 grand with that stuff. Really great stuff." And I was like, awesome, you know? And then I got to actually meet some people that I had on the podcast when I was doing the What's the Secret podcast. So some of the guests were there. So it was really nice to get to meet those people in person and all those kinds of things. I want to say her name is Kate Siegel, but I know that that's not it. But man, I can't find her on here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I say all this because we have a new course coming out next Friday, September 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern. And it's about traffic. So I want to roll out our little announcement of what it is, and then we can talk about it a bit. And then we got one more thing we got to do before we go. So I'm going to hide this current comment and let's roll out the video. Wait. Before we do this, we need to turn off that music. Hold on. Let me turn it off. Hold on. There we go.
Quiet down on the set.
Ready? Shh. Get your popcorn. Get your sodas. Here we go. Oh man, have we upped our production values or what?
you know something. So
It
everybody,
cracks me up every time I see that thing. It cracks me up.
yeah, Cameron did an amazing job on that thing.
Yeah, oh, it was so great.
I wanted to share a few words on what we have here and what we've done, because this topic, this information, it's made us a lot of money for a long time.
Yeah.
And it still does. Like I've been planting some seeds. I'm sure some of you have seen this in the Facebook group around some of the new clients that we've been getting, some of the rebills of existing clients that we've been getting for Google ads. We have a lot of experience in running Google ads for our clients. And one of the reasons that we love it so much is, well, there's two. Number one, we can get results for our customers pretty easily, especially in the local space, right? Like anytime you can actually drive a lot of business for one of your clients, they're going to be happy, and you're going to be happy because you can charge a great retainer for that. And so you can charge a great retainer and you can deliver tons of value. And then the final thing is that, we outsource all of it. Like Tom, when's the last time you set up a Google ad campaign?
I wouldn't even know where to log in.
That's hilarious. So I can't tell you last time I set up a Google ad campaign, but I can tell you we made a lot of money in the last, we make a lot of money running Google ads. So this course, this information, this training is stuff that has come from actually doing that. And, we've had a lot of questions. We've had a lot of questions in Remote Millionaires of people asking about what we are doing with Google ads. And we're like, hey, we actually have a very extensive course coming out on exactly that. And we actually have somebody that runs a lot of Google ads, even more Google ads than us, coming in and helping us with some of the training here. So excited to share that with everybody, because, we're going to have our launch next week, and you're going to be able to get all this information for a smoking deal. It's going to be in true Offline Sharks fashion, completely over-delivered, special launch pricing. You're going to get a completely value-packed course with everything on how to get clients, how to deliver, how to make everything happen, done-for-you materials, all that stuff. So if you've ever wondered how to make Google ads a thing in your business, this is it. By the way, who is actually wanting to make Google ads a thing in their business and never even, really had the opportunity to give it a go or didn't know where to go? I mean, we felt like there was a huge hole in the marketplace for this information. Tell me if you would agree or not agree. I'm hoping most of you agree. Doug says PPC is a great topic.
Well, look,
yeah.
One of the biggest things that I got from the traffic thing, and one of the reasons we do PPC in the first place, is the reality is Google is the internet. To most people, Google is the internet. Like a lot of us in this space, we know it's a lot of different things, but for almost everyone else, for regular people, Google is the internet. Like if you saw the market share they have, I mean, they have like 95 billion people. Facebook only has, they have 70% more people across their platform stuff than Facebook had. Think about that. Everybody thinks Facebook, everyone's on Facebook. Facebook's market share is only 30% of Google's market share. To me, that is a crazy stat, because everybody's running around talking about Facebook and what they're doing and privacy, and they pulled Mark Zuckerberg up to Congress. Nobody ever talks about the fact that Google has all of these different things, right? They've got the search engine, they've got Gmail, the most popular free email tool out there. They've got analytics, which is on 99% of all websites. They have Google Ads. They've got the Android phone system. Google is a data collection company. That's what they do. And they are collecting all of that data so that they can show you the things that they think you want, the things that you're looking for, the things you want to buy, so that they can show you the businesses they think that you need at that present time. And there's only two ways. There's only two ways to be prominent on Google, right? So if you're not prominent on Google, you're practically invisible So like 70% of the marketplace. There's only two ways to be prominent on Google. You can do SEO, which is expensive, takes time. I mean, we do it. We love SEO as a service, right? But you got to have a long-term budget. You got to like it. There's a lot that goes into SEO. It's not instant, right? Like it takes time. Or you can just pony up and pay to play. And that's Google Ads, right? And so for a lot of people, Google Ads is super, super effective. Like Nick was saying, we have so many clients in the agency with it. And the way things are going, like in the old days, you used like now you need to know a few things, but like Google and the AI and the algorithm does a lot of the stuff for you. So if you know a few simple things, you can get this up and be effective for you and your clients. It's not like the old days where you have to become a traffic nerd. You don't have to do that anymore. Like they're collecting. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And when you start looking at things they have coming out down the line, like Google Performance Max, which is like, here's an astounding stat. Google makes billions off of their ad network, and they only have access to 1% of what they have in their platform. They recently rolled out this thing called Google Performance Max.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they recently rolled out Google Performance Max, which opens up the other 99% of their access to people. Like literally what they're trying, like what they have figured out. You always hear them talking about Google's trying to figure out intent, but like, what does that really mean? What that really means is Google looks at all the data they collect across all their different platforms now. Like they look at what emails you're like. I mean, they know more. Google knows more about you than you know about yourself. Not trying to scare anybody, Dorn. Like you don't need to like get all your but like they know a lot, right? They have access to all that stuff. And so they know like when somebody starts asking questions in Google, that people asking those questions eventually have this problem, right? Like let's just take like blue blocker glasses for your computer, you know, like when so somebody's thing may be like, oh, I work in front of a computer and I have headaches. Like Google knows that search will probably eventually lead somebody to buying glasses that have blue block on them. So they can now start showing you ads way before you get there. More importantly, they can start showing you the answer to, like, they know ahead of time, right? Like, so they could show you an article that's like, here's why you get headaches when you sit in front of a computer screen. And that article would then lead you to like, what you need are blue blocker glasses. And then you go there, right? Like, it's insane. Like the AI will know before you do what your actual problem is and where it's going. And so this really is, I mean, there's no way around it. You're not going to, if you want to access and your clients want to have access to everybody that's out there and all the possibilities, you got to be on Google doing those two things, SEO and paying for ads. And by the way, if you are on, who on this call is a Shark Alliance member, a Shark Alliance Elite member?
I saw a few of our members here.
Yeah. If you are a Shark Alliance Elite member, they get access to all of the products we put out before they go live. So the Shark Alliance Elite members will get this course. I think either, I don't know, Cameron, when do they get access? Is it Monday? They'll get access. They get access to every course. It doesn't cost them any extra. It's just included in their membership. And I don't know if you saw our emails, but right now we're actually running a special where you can get Shark Alliance Elite. There's a $1 trial. Let me find the link here. I'll post this. So if you guys want to go there. So if you're not a member and you want access to all the courses and things we put out, Remote Millionaires, you'll get access to it as well. So, but you can go to this link right here, sign up for a $1 trial and get early access.
You know, the reason to me that Google Ads are so effective for a lot of our clients is because of the in-market audiences. I mean, we use a lot of different audiences, but has anybody heard of an in-market audience? Do you know what that means? What that is? The reason I bring that topic up is because when you are someone that is searching for something online, if you are going to Google and you are searching for a plumber because there's a leak in your roof, that is an intent-based search. You are in the market to find a plumber. That means you are ready to buy. And so if you are a plumber and you have the opportunity to put your marketing and advertising in front of somebody that has the intention of actually purchasing a plumbing service, there's a high probability that you can actually bring them in as a paying customer. And so if you can be the marketer that allows the different businesses to have that type of advertising, that type of marketing in their business, then you can make them, a lot of business. And so, of course, you can also create a pretty powerful business for yourself if you can harness that power and you can deliver it consistently. So, those audiences we love. For service-based businesses, it's a no-brainer. They should definitely be doing it. There's an easy way to get a return on their investment. We've had clients that have been with us for Google ads that have never left. Like they just probably somewhere close to the start of the agency and have been a client ever since.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Google monitors everything. Like who has ever been talking on the phone and said something, and then when you open up your computer, you see an ad for whatever it was you were talking about? Anybody? Google says they don't listen to your phone calls. They're lying, just so you know. They're lying. They're doing it.
Hey.
Let's not
turn this into
No, they're doing it. It's like, well, I mean, what does this mean? Does it mean that eventually we're all going to be slaves to machines? Yes, it does.
Wow.
But in the meantime, Nick, we can use it to make some money. So like we might as well do it, right? Might as well enjoy it now while we can.
I mean, I don't think Google is the only one that is using that type of technology. I think
no, they're not. A lot of people, I mean, everything is going that way, right?
Everything.
I mean, just look at Amazon with the voice searches and all the stuff, like
just
it's
your
just
phone,
crazy.
just your phone in general. If you wanted to get real creepy. Yeah.
Really great. So anyway, it's an awesome course. It's a timely course. You guys are going to love it. PPC Maverick. We're going all in on the jet fighters. And, I am Tom Top Gun Gaddis.
Top Gun.
We got Nick Goose Ponte over there.
I'm an ace.
And, you're an ace. Nick Ace Ponte. Yep.
My brother, I'm going to Denver next week for the launch. I'll be there just in time for Scott's. And some of you know my brother Scott. He's in the Air Force. He's actually retiring. 20 years of service. He joined when he was 18. Wow. Crazy. I'm gonna try to get a picture in front of a fighter jet too, Tom.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. PPC Maverick. That's the name of the course. PPC Maverick. Yeah.
PPC Maverick.
So Cameron did a great job doing the spoof on Top Gun. We loved it. But yeah, so that's going to be coming out next Saturday, 11 a.m. Keep your eyes out for that. So we crossed $1 million this week. That's amazing. 3 years. Go to that post, right? Leave a comment. We're going to give away some money. And we're not going to forget this time, Nick. But right now, we need to...
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar. Ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
I'm going to do something different this time, Tom. I'm not going to explain where the money comes from, why we give the money out or anything. If you know, you know. Hey, Phil Nuguid and James Juris, we're going to send you some Cash App money. Congratulations. Congratulations. If you want to win some Cash App money on our live stream, show up next week at the beginning of the live stream. You have an opportunity there to make some money. We usually give away a nice chunk of change on every live stream.
Oh, I forgot to put that up. Sean spent so much time making this and I didn't put it up. So, yep. Again, congratulations to everybody that made this number possible. This number right here, $1,039,256. To all of you out there that made that number possible, that went out there, put in the time, did the work, took action, and got results. Like that just warms my heart to see that number. So really appreciate everybody being in the group, or appreciate everybody being on the live show. And we're going to see you here next Friday, launch day. We may be a little tired. We may look a little ragged, but we will be here same shark time, same shark channel. So we'll see you next week, everybody. Aloha, stay safe, have a safe Labor Day, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam Session, your weekly marketing live show, always bringing you the latest strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. You can stay up to date throughout the week with the Remote Millionaires Podcast at remotemillionaires.com/podcast and Nick's YouTube videos at nickponte.com/YouTube. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.